All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about something that is totally reshaping how we learn technology in the classroom. We're going to look at how all these digital tools are taking us from, boring old lectures to these really dynamic, interactive journeys. So let's get into it. I want you to think back for a second, back to your own school days. Can you picture it? The rows of desks, the teacher up at the front with a chalkboard. I mean, that model has been around forever. But let's be real. In a world where we have information at our fingertips and can collaborate with anyone, anywhere, does that old one-size-fits-all thing really work anymore? That's the big question we're tackling. And look, this isn't just about, throwing some laptops into the same old classroom. No way. We're talking about a total shift in how we think about education. It's about moving away from just passively listening to creating a space where you're actively discovering things for yourself. And when you put them side by side, the difference is just wow. You've got the traditional classroom over here, teacher-led, everyone gets the exact same lecture. But then you look at the modern classroom, and it's all about jumping in, working together, and having a learning path that's actually personalized for you. It's a completely different vibe, a totally different energy. So how do we actually make this happen? Well, it all comes down to the tools. Think of it like a new digital toolkit that teachers and learners can use to build these amazing, modern, and super interactive classrooms. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Okay, first up in our toolkit, blended learning. And honestly, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's about getting the best of both worlds. You still get that super valuable face-to-face time with a teacher, but you also get all the cool, flexible stuff that comes with online learning. It's a hybrid model, and it's all about finding that perfect mix. All right, next, we've got the flipped classroom. This one is super cool. The simplest way to get it is to think of it as homework in reverse, right? So instead of the boring lecture happening in class and then you go home to struggle with the practice problems, you just flip it. And that simple switch completely changes everything about what happens in the classroom. So here's how that actually works. Step one is you learn the main stuff at home, watching a video, doing some reading, whatever. The cool part is it's on your own time. You can pause, rewind, nobody's rushing you. Then, step two, you go to class, but now you're ready to actually do stuff, practice, work in groups, and the teacher's right there to help you when you get stuck. It makes that time in class so much more valuable. Okay, what about making learning, fun? That is where gamification comes in. It's genius, really. You take all the stuff we love about games, points, badges, leaderboards, and you build it right into the learning process. Suddenly, motivation just skyrockets. If you've ever used something like Kahoot, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It turns a boring review into this awesome competitive challenge. We all know that working together is a huge deal these days, and tech just makes it so much easier. Think about collaborative tools like Google Docs or Padlet. They create these digital sandboxes where teams can brainstorm and build things together, all in real time, even if they're not in the same room. It's all about creating something as a group and learning from each other as you go. And if we want to peek into the future a little bit, we've got AI and adaptive learning. This is some next level stuff. We're talking about smart tools that can literally watch how you're doing, analyze your performance, and then tweak the lesson just for you, right then and there. It is the ultimate in personalized learning, a totally unique path for every single student. Okay, so this digital toolkit sounds pretty incredible, right? All these amazing new ways to learn. But, and this is a big but, it's not some magic fix for everything. We've got to pump the brakes a bit and talk about finding the right balance. It's a little more complicated than it looks. Which brings us to this super important question. Is more technology always better? I mean, just because we have all these shiny new tools, does that automatically mean we're going to learn more effectively? As you've probably guessed, it's not that simple. So let's break down the pros and cons here. On the plus side, for sure, tech can crank up engagement, open doors to more information, and help you learn on your own. But the downsides, they're very real. You've got the massive risk of distraction. We've all been there. Then there's the whole digital divide. Not everyone has a fancy laptop or fast internet. And of course, there's the risk of relying on it too much. That's why planning is everything. You have to make the tech work for the lesson, not the other way around. So with all those potential pitfalls, how do we make technology actually work? How do we make it count? Well, that's what we're digging into next. The key ingredients, the core principles that separate a truly effective tool from just another shiny distraction. And really, it all boils down to one absolutely crucial idea. The technology itself isn't the point. It's about how you use it. It's not about the tool, it's about the teaching. Think of it this way. A great camera doesn't make you a great photographer. You need the skill and the vision first. Same thing here. The tech is only as good as the teaching strategy behind it. So what does that smart integration actually look like? Well, it means the tech has to make learning genuinely interactive, not just passive screen staring. It has to give people the freedom to learn at their own speed. It has to bring people together to collaborate. And this is the big one, it has to be part of a well-thought-out plan with clear goals. Just using tech for the sake of using tech? Yeah, that just doesn't cut it. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Think about your own life right now, whether you're in school, at work, or just learning something new for fun. Of all the things we talked about today, what's one tool, just one, that you'd love to add to your own learning journey? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for listening.